first of all, your steps. What is these steps? Is I'm not talking about always an interview. So my interview part I completed. The steps is how to set up a particular service. How to set up a particular service. A service. Maybe it is a web service, HTTPD. Maybe a PHP server, or maybe a MySQL server, or maybe a DHCP server, maybe a DNS server, maybe a mail server. Okay, or Zimbra like a mail servers, or maybe Postfix servers like mail server, that is also mail server, messaging servers. Okay, so when you are having a Linux and you want to set up a server for accessing a server for the services, what steps you have to take it? That is the step by step we have to do it. And also I will tell commands also, commands. Okay, so that is, if you follow those things, you can able to set up anything. Okay, so configurations may different from one service to another. Not may difference, compulsory. FTP configure is different and HTTP configure is different. NFS configuration different. CFS configuration is different. Configurations different, but the following is step by step: installations, service management, firewall management, SeLinux management. These are all always same and always same only. Okay, so mean only the service names will be different. Service names are different, remaining are same only. Okay, so what is the use of this one also I will tell. For example, LAMP. For example, you want to configure a LAMP. The LAMP is more important one. So LAMP means Linux, APACHE, HTTPD. Okay, it meaning is it's a web server. Okay, it's a web server. Apache web server. M means MySQL. M means as MySQL. PHP. Okay, here is a very big one. On Linux, this is the main machine. Server is Linux machine. Apache web server, HTTPD. You need a database. Backend database is required, right? For a web application, you want to install a web application, or you want to run a web application. So you need a web server for that one, and backend database server. Maybe your web application runs based on a PHP programming. Maybe you are using a server programming is PHP. So most frequently used server setups like a website setups. Okay, they use this kind of configuration on a Linux. Okay, so why Linux? Again, Linux is lightweight version. I am using a little heavy version. I'm using this is a GUI mode, right? So this is a GUI mode version I'm using. Okay, just for you, like for understanding, like a lot of people are having a lot of doubts, right? So that's why I'm using a GUI version, but I can use CLI version also. That is very lightweight. Okay, so Linux is a lightweight compared to Windows. First of all, this is the web server. So any web application required a standard web server running first. This is a web server. Okay, so if any web application containing a database, the database storage is required. So a database services like a MySQL, MariaDB, MySQL. Now we call this one as a MariaDB. MariaDB. Name is there like that, MariaDB. Next, PHP is a server-side programming. Like you want to program, is like you want to write a program in a Java or a servlets. Okay, you want to write a Java or Java servlets, JavaScript, not a JavaScript, Java servlets, or a Python. If you want to write a program, and you can write it, but easy method of writing a program for web is PHP. More powerful compared to this. So server-side programming, server, and backend is database. So this is your LAMP server. Same if you are using a Windows, for Windows and Linux and all, you don't know how to set up it. You don't know how to set up LAMP on yourself also, or you are using a Windows system and you want to developing a website for yourself. You can use XAMP also. This is directly can download and install, easy configuration only. But it is, if you are configuring for an organization or for yourself, this is very important. So why I'm telling guys, when you want to run a web applications or like that, so first of all, you have to install this. For installing any services, we need to know the steps. So that is what I'm trying to say. This is just for a basic knowledge only. Okay, you can search in a Google and all kind of stuff like this. Now we'll see the steps. Now we'll see the steps for doing anything. Doing anything. I'm not showing these things. I am trying to say how to install a service. The first one is check the service installed or available. Installed or not is not good one. So installed or available. Available means not yet installed. Installed means already installed. That heading I didn't put it right. So how to install a service and configure. Full configuration. So first of all, you have to check it. How to check it? Anything is installed or not? Simple is yum info service name. Okay, which one is your service like that? Okay, service name. Second, the second one is install it. Service. How to install? Yum install service name. Okay. Third one. Once you are installed, you can check it once again. If you want to check it, installed or not, you can check it. Okay. So that is it. I'm writing a pre-step this one. Actually there is a few pre-steps are there, and if you are using that is for yum itself, there is a pre-steps are there. Okay. Pre kind of stuff. Okay, I'm writing above this one pre-step. Okay. Remove this 1, 2, 3 kind of stuff. Yeah, why I am confusing. I know someone put a message also. Yeah, Amitesh present. Okay, the pre-step is in yum clean all. First do yum clean all. Yum repolist. Guys, I am talking in the manner of CentOS wise only. Okay, CentOS only. So CentOS directly to work. If you are using Red Hat, you should configure .repo file compulsory. You should do it. Yum install. This is the pre-steps. I should not forget one step here, so that's why. Okay. This is one-time step. Yum repolist. Yum install epel-release. Okay. Yum install. If it is not available, download epel release .rpm, okay, and install. It's important, okay. So what happening? People are coming now only. It's okay. Okay. If EPL release not available, you should download it. So find out how to download. It is related to the Fedora. Okay. It is related to the Fedora. What is EPEL means? Extra package for enterprise Linux. What is EPEL? Extra package for enterprise Linux. Extra package for enterprise Linux. Guys, this is the universal setup I am telling. Okay. So compulsory in your PC you should do this one. Okay. Next, yum update -y ampersand reboot. Meaning is update your Linux and reboot system. Okay, like a update and reboot type, update restart kind of stuff. Okay, so this is yum update. So you have to do it. So first of all, you install a Linux machine and try to put like this. Okay, if it is not working, still no problem. If you are using Red Hat Enterprise Linux kind of stuff, you don't have any repositories. So then you have to download this one, install this epl.release kind of stuff. First install it. Okay, so first download epl.release and install it. If in case of Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Oracle Enterprise Linux kind of stuff, certain things we don't have. Sometimes you will get it. Okay, so don't worry what it is. So first download this one and you will get it. So you can see epel-release. So you can see extra package for enterprise Linux. Okay, so any enterprise Linux you can get this one. Okay, EPL release package. Okay, this belongs to Fedora. Okay, you can download that open source kind of stuff. You can see it works based on a scientific Linux, CentOS, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, you can download any packages after that one. So no need to maintain offline repository kind of stuff. Through internet, you can directly install any maximum packages. Okay, regular packages. So first of all, you should do this one. Okay, next one is before you do any installations, you have to use these two commands. Then only better use like this. First do this one and this one. This is the for your push. Okay, so this is a self setup. Okay, it is like a self setup type. You can use it. This is before any you have to use these two commands if you are using packages. So this is a original first step setup. Okay, this is actually pre. One time we do it. This is every time we do it. Okay, this is we do one time only. Time in system, but this is frequent. As per required. As per required. So So frequent, okay, means regularly you want to update, okay, when you want to update. When you want to update Linux system. Okay, so you have to separate it. Typing and doing is very easy. Okay, so just like who is present? Ashwin or Avinash? Ashwin. Okay, so instead of typing and explanation, doing is very easy, guys. Okay, if once you're updated. Okay, so this is one time. So first of all, do like this. If it is not working and all, so then it is different. So try to find this package, download and install. Normally, in a CentOS, it works directly. Okay, in CentOS, it works directly, so no problem. CentOS. Okay, epl-release, install it. Next, update your system when you require a update. Next. Okay, guys, understand this one, or can I repeat once again? This part.
Understand.
Understand? Okay. So very simple, guys. You install a machine and go to, if it is CentOS, these 3 steps are enough. These steps are enough. No, not enough. Not enough. You have to do like this. Again. You have to do this again. Okay. So these the steps are enough. For example, epl-release. For example, your Red Hat Enterprise Linux or Scientific Linux, Oracle Enterprise Linux kind of stuff. They don't have a default repositories inside. So you must download manually and install it using yum or anything. Just you have to using yum or rpm. You have to install this package. Once you install this package, then you have to do like this: clean all and repositories. Okay, you have to do it. So this is it. And update your system and reboot your system before you start installing anything. So that's give you updated packages in your system. So that is better. Okay. So frequently when you require update, you feel update is required, you can take it or back up your system and update like that. So this is really initially. So what it is, the installations configuration, the step 1. First step. So first of all, check it, yum repositories, and check service is available or not. Next one is install the services. So after installation of the services, the second step is start the service. Start the services, guys. Command is systemctl start. Okay, start the service. Again, EL7, any enterprise 7. Okay, Red Hat 7. Okay, it means RSEL Red Hat 7, maybe CentOS 7. Okay, any 7 versions. Okay, any 7 versions. The command is systemctl start system, or you can use it. This also works in a 6. EL6 means Red Hat Enterprise Linux 6. Okay, CentOS 6. Okay, service name start. Okay, so next time onwards, I don't tell which one is EL6 and 7, guys. Service folder. Okay, Enterprise Linux 6, systemctl 7. In 7, this is type of this command. In 7 also it will work. This command won't work in 6. Remember. Okay, old commands may work in new one, but new commands don't work in old one. So that's why I differentiate like that. Okay, understand. You start the services. Okay, next we start the services. Next, check the status. Check the status. Systemctl status service name. Okay, for checking the status. Or service name status. Okay, so this is the checking the status. Again, guys, these are the things for like this. For start, the thing is start only. Okay, for status. Okay, for stop, it is stop. Okay, service stops. Okay, restart. Command is restart only. Okay, so why we required all these things? For stopping, stop command. Check the status. For stop, restart. So these are the mostly we using it. Okay. Systemctl start, systemctl status, systemctl stop or restart. So this is we use in these places. Okay. So that is very simple. This is first status. Next, enable service if required. Okay, if required, enable service at system boots. Okay, or you can say when system start. Okay, service starts automatically. So only it is if you require, then only if required. In generally we are using. Okay, in general use. Again, systemctl enable service or chk. There are a lot of things are there. Chk config on service name. Service name on. You have to check it once again. Okay, go to chk config again. What is the second one? Second one for a EL6. Second one for a EL6. For EL6, second one. So check it. That's why I like new one, CTL, systemctl. Initially we got a confusion, but now we get a clarify after doing several times. Okay, so guys, start the service, check the status, enable the service at a boot time. So that is important. If you do anything, systemctl, check the status. Okay, so this is service related. The third step is configure the service. Okay, configure the service. So configuration of service is differ from one service to another service. Guys, one thing is I want to say it is under /etc/ with the .conf. Okay, you can find something with the conf, sometimes .conf or directly conf. Okay, these are usually configuration files. Configuration files location in generally. Okay, conf. Okay, so configuration files configuration files like a conf type. So whatsoever it is, guys, different one is different to another one. So compulsory you should know the configuration. Configuration is done. configuration is done. So after configuration, okay, after configuration, there is a one important is restart the service. Okay, so how to restart the service? Systemctl restart service name. Okay, so guys, next time I don't tell this thing. So when you are installing a service, you have to tell the one by one step. You should not forget. Okay, this configuration only difference. Okay, next one is access permission is required, right? Access the service, but we need a permission or a firewall kind of stuff. So for access to network, okay, so you have to configure firewall or IP table. Again, guys, okay, enterprise Linux 6 use usually IP tables. Okay, if you anybody using IP's enterprise Linux 6, you like to use IP tables only. Sir, I want IP tables. I don't want anything. Okay, please teach me IP tables means you will go to search and find the how to configure the IP tables. Configuration is quite easy, but I like firewalls. Okay, so EL7. If you are using EL7, we are using EL7. So configure firewall-cmd. Some people, they wantedly disable the firewall. So if you want to disable, you don't know how to configure firewall kind of stuff. Okay, if don't know how to configure one second. Hello, yeah, tell me. చెప్పండి. అవునండి. Okay. If you don't know, okay, how to configure firewall, okay, you don't know how to configure, you can disable it. Okay, so you can disable it. How to disable? Systemctl. No. Stop firewall D. Guys, for most of the services, the end is D. D means daemon. Daemon means that's a service, we can say. And also you should do system first. Stop it. Next one is disable. Why disable? It won't start automatically when system boot. Okay, if it is enable, automatically it starts when system is booted. So you can stop temporarily, and you want to stop permanently like this. This is how to stop the services permanently. Okay, this is stopped current, but I want to disable, and also check it systemctl status before and after you do. Okay, but we have a choice of configuration, means how to configure. Okay, firewall. It's very easy. Configuration is very easy and very important, and firewall is actually, you can use --- disable also. You can use this command to disable that also, no problem. Okay, but I'm not doing that one, guys. Firewall is very important. Which services you want to access, which services you don't want to access, you can able to configure very easily. So most of the services we access the network in the public manner only. So, right. So all networks are public or a private. Which one you want to open? Public network or a private network, like that. Public does not mean everyone in the network. Okay. Private does not mean only stick to the network. Okay. Within your LAN network only. So type of network you can choose public or private type of network yourself. Okay. So generally we put a public. Zone is public zone. I want to open it permanently, permanent. So permanent. Here it is important. You can add port wise. You can add a port wise, port number. Okay. So I put a port number slash. Don't put a bracket, guys. That's you have to put some number there. Okay. Like a SSH 22, HTTP 80, like that. Is it TCP or not? Okay, or a UDP, TCP, okay, or a UDP, you have to specify. Okay, when you do, you will understand. Okay, so whether it is TCP or UDP, you have to specify. Which type of protocol? Okay, port number, like this. So I will give you an example if you want it, like a firewall -cmd -zone equal to public. This is common, permanent. Add a port. You want to add in a port wise. For example, for SSH or a telnet. So telnet is SSH. Okay, 22 TCP, like this. You want a telnet 23/. So you will get automatically once you give an enter success. Okay. Next, firewall -cmd reload. Firewall -cmd list -all. List -r. Configure firewall permanently, like this. Okay. So one more. This is a port number wise. I want to tell one more is like a firewall -cmd. Guys, if you're not sure about a particular port number, or maybe sometimes you can do with the services also. Okay. Add service. Add service name. Directly you can put a service name only. Port number is not required here. Example, example for a usually I use it for a NFS. Okay, NFS. Same command. Control C, Control V. Put NFS. That's it. Okay. Reload firewall configuration Okay, reload firewall configuration. I will put a configure firewall. Okay, so this is mainly port number. This is with service. Okay, this is reload configuration. This is verify firewall configuration. Okay, this is the command. Okay, guys, first of all, you should verify first, then only you should do all these things. Okay, first you should see firewall exception is already created or not created. Okay, success, failure, everything will be there. So this is about your firewall management. Guys, I don't use generally IP tables. Okay, and still there is a blockage is occurring even though you're open the port in the firewall, still it's not communicating, and still if you feel it is a network related issues, so IP tables, you can stop IP tables also. You can stop IP tables also. Stop IP tables. Use service IP tables. There are such ones. How to stop the IP tables, and permanent stop. CHK config of IP tables. I think like this IP tables. Okay, this part is little confusing because I don't use it. Okay, I use EL7 since the last 6-7 years. So obviously I am very habituated to use these firewalls and all. Okay, service system CTL only. Okay, almost like 15 onwards, almost 2015, 14 we started 7. 15, 16 onwards, completely 7 only. Okay, 6 is very less. Now, okay, last part. This is sometimes optional, sometimes very important. Okay, this is SeLinux management. Yeah, lot of people will confuse at SeLinux, so don't worry about SeLinux. I will explain very easy way. Guys, look at this one. So this is my data. Okay, I will give direct example as a data is. I have a web service. My web page is by default. No. Yeah. var/www/html. Okay. So in this HTML folder, I have a web page. Web pages are there. Tell me. Okay. So this is my HTTPD services, web services. Okay. It is a web services. Now here the client, so either same system or remote system. I want to access this data through HTTPD service. I'm asking HTTPD service means web services. I want to access this page. Then this service verify the data and give you access. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Problem is not there. Only it is, yes, it's a web page. It's asking, take this web page, index.html is there. Okay, simply the web page is index.html. The basic website only I'm telling. Okay. I want to access your data index.html by default. Okay. So the client is asking HTML things through HTTP service. It verify and it give. No problem because it's a default location. Default location. For example, I have a // webpage.com. Okay, web pages folder. I have a web pages folder. Under web pages folder, I have a index.html. Okay, HTML. Index.html is there. Now, instead of this one, you're asking, I want index.html. This index.html. So this is not there, guys. Okay, this is not there. This is not there. You're asking index.html in some different folder, not in default. It is in different folder. The HTTPD service, check this file and it won't give you. It won't give you. Why it is won't give you? Because of SeLinux content. SeLinux content. So how the content is there, I will show you. SeLinux on HTTPD folder. Like this. Okay, so it is the content on this one is like this. Content on this one is like this. Content on this one specifically nothing. It is something user underscore t something like this. Okay, it's a complete undefined only. It is undefined only. Okay, so you can see data in a slash root. For example, under slash root you have a data. In slash root you have a f11 file. Content on this one admin underscore home underscore t. This is the SeLinux content. For example, I have a user, right? User is like a Vijay is user. Vijay's home directory is /home/Vijay. Okay, and there is a file. There is a file in the home directory f123. No, on this file, the content is like this: user underscore home underscore t. This is undefined one. There may be a different like a root underscore t something will be there. We will show you that one also. See guys, it is. If it is very easy to understand. There is a some service. You want to access, a user want to access this file through this service. So whatever the service it is, through this service user want to access this through service particular file service. Okay, the service and the content must be same, otherwise you can't able to access. One second guys. Okay, so guys, look at here. Now, okay, so I want to access a data through a service. The service and the data content must be same, otherwise we can't able to access. Remember that one. Okay, same thing. There is a service. I want to access this particular data through that service, you cannot able to access if the service and the data type is same. Same thing will goes HTTPD content. Okay, this content is HTTPD content on this file. I want to access with the FTP service. Okay, I want to access the content with the FTP service. Service is FTP. I want to access this particular file. You can't access. Why you can't access? Because the content is different. The content is different. Same thing goes. Redo. Okay. Here it is a different content. Okay, I will show you that content also. 1 second, just I have to verify.
Keep it there.
Oh, yes, sir. 1 second, I will show you that content also. Right click like this. Look at here, ls space slash. No, probably ls. I have some files are there. Ls space z file 1. The content is admin_home because of the data is in my /root. Data is in my /root. For example, ls space -z /home / student a / the file 1. So it is showing user home -t. File is under user's home directory. ls space -z /dd. Anything is there? Yeah. So df1. Yes, 7 1. Okay. So look it unlabeled. The data on this data in the / directory / this one, it is unlabeled. See, unlabeled. So where are the data is located? Based on that, it will be there. ls space /z /etc /passwd. What it is showing? Password file _t. If in case, what is this /d? We'll get it. See, /etc_. So what it is telling by SeLinux only. Understand, guys? SeLinux. So SeLinux will tell you what type of file it is. Okay, based on the location of the file also it is there. Okay, again if you want to see, I will put it ls space -z. So, see, present working directory is my root. ls space -z file 1. This is the file 1 is located under my home directory. My home directory is /root. /root is administrator root root users home directory. So that's why admin like this. Okay, same thing. ls space -z. If you have a data in the some regular users, okay. See, data is in a home directory, users home directory student 13a. It is showing like this. Okay. Also, 1 second, I may created anything yesterday. Data a. Okay, data a I created. So -zd. See, default t. Okay, it is showing a default t. I want to see the data in default t. Okay, because of you created a data directly under /. It is not defined. And earlier I showed one thing that is dd kind of stuff. right? DD kind of stuff like this I created, right? I showed, right? This is unlabeled. This is a connected to disk, right? This is a connected to disk, hard disk yesterday. Partition SDA 7 we are connected. So that's why it is showing unlabeled. So these are the SeLinux contents. These are the SeLinux content. Based on the data location, you will get this kind of stuff. So what is the use of this SeLinux? It depends upon the service access, guys. Okay, so service access. So one data cannot be accessed with a different type of services. So this is a file. It shows default underscore T. This is also default underscore T. Okay. Yeah. Now you want to access. Now you put your web files separately. You put your website files separately. You put website files separately, and you want to access with the HTTPD service. You want to access HTTP service through HTTP service. You want to access index.html. This index.html context is different. The context is different, so you can't able to access. You can't able to access because the content is different. Then what to do? You have to change the content. You have to change the content using a certain commands. Okay. So what to do? You have to change content. You can use scbool. There are some commands are there. Segbool type command or scbool. Okay. Sc manage manage. So like this, you can use to change the content on the particular file. So then it will work. Okay. So that is about your SeLinux. But I'm not going to change anything. Just I want to show you very important thing. It's cat space /etc/ SeLinux. Okay, config. This is the configuration file, guys. Very important file. This is one. Okay. So because of this is the location of the configuration file. These are the three modes. Enforcing mode. Okay. SeLinux modes. If in case in any interview they asking question, tell me about SeLinux. If you cannot explain everything, simply tell SeLinux having a three modes: enforce mode, permissive mode, disable mode. Okay, disable mode. Okay, so this is a permanent file location. Permanent file location. Okay, so it is currently in a enforcing mode. Currently in a enforcing mode in permanently. So enforcing mode is enforce the policy. Security SeLinux policy is enforced, means compulsory. You cannot access. As I said, you cannot access index.html because of the content is different. Because of the content is different. Because of this content is different on this file, you can't access with the HTTPD service. That is enforcing, compulsory. Permissive, it's only warnings instead of enforcing. It means if it is in a permissive mode, it can able to access, even though it is a different context. If you are in a permissive mode, you can able to access. Okay, look at here, it is in enforce, permissive, disable, never disable, guys. A lot of people, SeLinux, why we are worrying about SeLinux firewalls, they disable it. Don't disable it. If you learn by disabling it, you cannot learn further one also. Okay, so disable is compulsory. Disable is compulsory. It means no access. Permissive is like you can access. Okay, so compulsory matches. Enforce, compulsory matches. Permissive, not match, but still okay, you can able to access. Okay, you can disable, no content. Disable, no content, not at all, there is no content. Okay, no content. So remember, the three modes are there. So again, I will write here. Okay, content matches. Hello. Otherwise, hello. Even content not matches. Okay. Disable, no content. No content. Okay. Disable, no SC pan is loaded. So this is the place like how to change it. Okay. How to change SeLinux mode permanently. This is directly a SeLinux class only. So what to do? Same thing only. Control C. So what to do? So you have to go to VA editor. Okay. So go to VA editor, this file, and go to this one. Change it to permissive mode. Okay. Enforce is there. Remove the enforce. Permissive mode. To change enforcing mode, remove this one, put enforce. Okay. So this is the one. So where you look at. Okay. So change SeLinux equal to permissive mode like this one. So remaining is just the remaining only. This is permanently changing. How to change SeLinux mode permanently to permissive mode. So remove the enforcing and put a permissive save and exit. Next, how to check? It will apply. Okay, after this one, reboot, and only it will apply. Let a reboot compulsory after this one. Okay, now check SeLinux mode. Almost last. Okay, SeLinux mode command is like this. Set enforce. Yes. Get enforce. Get enforce. Okay, this is get enforce. The command is get enforce. You'll know what is the mode, current mode, you will get it. So you'll get it. Next, to change temporarily. What it is. So for temporarily changing, look at here, guys. First, get enforce. Verify your configuration. For example, it is showing enforcing like this. Okay. For example, it is showing enforcing. Now I want to change it to permissive mode. I want to change it to permissive mode. So first put this command. Just it is showing an error like enforcing 1, permissive 0. So what to do? Set enforce 0. Yeah, a spelling mistake. 0. Next, again verify. It's become permissive. It is a temporary. If you reboot your PC, automatically it will be changes. Okay, automatically it become enforcing only. So this is temporary changing. Temporary changing is very important. Why? Because of you want to test your service. SeLinux is blocking. So why we need SeLinux instead of disabling it or changing permanently? So we are temporarily changing. Okay, this is SeLinux. The finally, so whatever it is you do, finally verify service. Okay, verify services and restart service if required. So this is the permanent setup, guys, completely. Okay, so this is how to create. So what I will do, just take a 5 minutes break. We'll back and we'll set up a first web server, HTTP server. Okay, first we'll set up a HTTP server one by one. We'll do it. Mostly we don't touch SeLinux, but SeLinux is also very important. 3 modes: enforcing mode, permissive mode, disable mode is very important, and how to change is also very important. Sometimes we don't expect what people will ask. Okay, so this is the thing. Very big notes, very small notes only. Totally 4-5 steps are there to do it. Okay, any service you will get it.